Sarah, we are on the western side of the old city. Jaffa Gate is to our north, and something very, very special occurred here that we want to talk about. And yet, notice there's no one around. You'll never see a tour group here, almost. There are a few people who come here, but very, very few. And what we're going to do is walk up some steps. We're going to walk right into what would have been Herod's palace.
Oh, wow. Really?
You say, well, how can you get to Herod's palace? There's a wall there.
There is a wall here.
Yeah, there's a wall there.
How does
The
that...
answer is, this is the spot that's called the Hidden Gate.
Oh,
In
I
fact,
see.
the signage right over here mentions the Hidden Gate. So it's right here where the gate is gone now, because when the walls were built in the 1500s, they built the wall across this place. But look, you can tell, here are steps cut into bedrock. You can tell by the marks that this has been cut, and the steps came down. Lots been destroyed, been disturbed. But here's what we have in the Bible, the Gabbatha. And so in this location, we have a bema, we have a platform, which used to be here, and I'm not seeing it now, it's been moved. It was here not too long ago, but it's been there in the past. But where Pilate would come out, the Jews would come to him. How do we know that Pilate would be here? Because it was Herod's palace.
Okay.
Philo, who's a Jewish philosopher, historian, born about 25 BC, says that Pilate stayed in Herod's palace.
Okay,
We
that
know
makes
from
sense.
Josephus exactly where it was located. We know that there at the Jaffa Gate we have the Tower of David. That begins the northern part of Herod's palace. And it goes south, way south. It's huge,
it's
about 450 feet. It's huge.
Definitely.
And then this would be the only entrance from this side. This would be
wow.
like an escape route for Herod. If he wanted to
Something
go,
happened, yeah.
yeah,
You could...
he could get to Herodian, south of Bethlehem. He could then take off to Masada,
Masada.
and then
Okay.
go to Petra,
Wow. So
and
yeah.
then from Petra go to Egypt and Rhodes and Rome, and that's
my
exactly
gosh.
what he did when the
Yeah.
Parthians were after him.
That's true.
And so now we have a place that's been built over, but there was a gate here at one time. And Jesus was tried here in this very place,
So not at the other place.
not at the other place.
So how come people are going to the other place?
Tradition.
Oh,
Tradition. Yes. Yes, there are countless examples just in this one city alone where people have come to believe something that's not true at all. No scholar questions that this was Herod's palace in this location. And we know that the governors would stay in Herod's palace. So this is where he would have been. But tradition. And so at some point, people heard the idea that Jesus was tried in that northeast corner of the city, and that he walked from there to the Holy Sepulchre, buried there, crucified there and buried. And so today you have all the stations of the cross.
Yes, that's true. We saw them.
Yeah. And some of those stories relate to the station, of course. Where did they get this? I mean, there's Veronica wiping, Jesus' brow. Well, who's Veronica? Where does this come from? And yet, in Catholic churches all over America and Europe and South America
being
and
taught,
elsewhere,
I guess.
yeah, you even see all the stations of the cross in many
Of their
church
churches?
buildings.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, as though that's truth, and it's not truth at all. Not truth at all.
Thanks.
Yeah. Sarah, I want you to look up and notice where the stone gets dark.
Yes.
Okay. You know why it's dark up there and it's lighter below?
Did they, I don't know, maybe import some stone from somewhere?
That makes sense to
Okay.
guess that maybe it's
Yeah.
imported stone, but that's not the answer. It's all the same stone.
Oh, okay.
The reason is this. Until the 1970s, when this was all excavated, that was soil level.
What?
It's hard to believe in.
There's
Way
no
up
way.
there. And here we are.
There
so
is no way.
yeah, that's the truth.
That's crazy.
That's the soil
so
level.
all of this was underground.
All of this was underground.
Oh, wow.